Has gold regained its shine? Is it now firmly on the radars of traders and investors once more to the upside? Well, in my regular monthly look at the price of gold, I'm going to dig into the technical analysis, some other fundamental information to see where it could be heading next. Could it be going to 2,000? Even unbelievably 2,500. Let's take a look at that analysis now. We're going to start with a look at some of the variables that are sort of non-technically related. They're sort of supporting fundamental bits of analysis that I like to use to support the charts. And in front of you now, we've got a couple of those. At the bottom, seasonality, very important in the world of gold. And as you can see, November, December time that we've just been through, very bullish, and that did coincide with that, great price move up. And currently, well, it's still bullish really all the way through to the end of Feb. Then it gets a bit more choppy for the rest of the year, back until that sort of winter season. That's due to buying out in India and China traditionally. And if we're talking about the users, the speculators, the people that need to get their assessment right of the way the price of gold is going, then we're going to look at the commitment of traders data, large speculators and large commercials. Now what I'm looking for here from the large commercials is an inverse relationship to the price, and the large speculators, those guys that should be right in calling the price, it should be moving in line with the price of gold. And currently what we're seeing is exactly that. We've got the large commercials moving down, we've got the large speculators moving up, and we've got the price moving up. So a bullish outlook there on the COT and seasonality. And then if we head into what I also like to use is the dollar. Now that has an inverse relationship to gold, not all the time, so you have to check the correlations carefully, but it is a good guide to where the price of gold is going. Now in front of you, you've got the DXY, that's US dollar currency index. It's a basket of currencies weighted, and it is a good gauge of the strength of the US dollar. And as you can see at the moment from the chart in the top left there, it's in a bit of a downward slope. So we see that action there. We're expecting the price of gold to be going up. Now we've also got some oscillators that are built off the side of this, and at the moment the longer term, this is weekly one in the corner here, it's going down. But as you can see, we've got daily, 12-hour, 6-hour and 3-hour. It's a bit more of a mixed bag in the shorter term, but the definite strength, you always use the higher charts for the strength, the flow of money, then definitely it's a weaker dollar at the moment. So now heading into the price over the longer term, the weekly candlestick chart here. So we've got 7-8 years of history here. Starting in the left, you can see this yellow block of price action, and that's between say 1150, 1400, and then we see the break around here before it pushes up nicely to those highs at 2100. And then again we've got this block of data between 1600, which seems to be a key round number there, to 2100. We've touched it twice there, the 2100. So really that's the next challenge for the price of gold. Can it get to this 2100 level and then push on up? And in the longer term, I mentioned 2500, seems quite a long way away, difficult to achieve, but that is the next Fibonacci line in the longer term to the upside. And if we saw a reversal back from the highs again, it couldn't quite push, then we can see those key Fibonacci numbers for the retracement, so 1900, early 1700s. And in terms of volume, it's all down here at the moment. That's where the big chunk is, and we've got the second sort of biggest chunk here, which is around about 1800. So price action down into here, if it retraces, I think probably pause around this sort of zone, but hopefully we can see it break that 2100 area for the first time and push on up to the magic 2500. So In the shorter term, if you're in for sort of reversals in the price action, you think actually it's going to be bearish. Line break chart, great for getting into that sort of action. We've got a bearish setup here at the moment in the short term, 1935 and 1930. The numbers in for you there if you're fancying a downside correction and you want some sort of guidelines into where to get in. And then heading into the Renko charts, these are the main charts I use to trade gold. Then we've got a short and medium term view on the left, longer term on the right. If we head to the shorter term first, we see everything's looking pretty decent at the moment. Bullish on the indicators there. That's the stochastics and awesome oscillators trading above its 200 moving average. We're breaking out in terms of price, pushing on up to those highs. In terms of targets, shorter term 1955, 1964, 1975. That's your short term targets. And then heading on to the long term, we've got a Ligura RSI at the bottom that's still signaling bullishness. The awesome oscillator, a bit more mixed, just bearish at the moment. It's just probably because the price is stalling, but price trading above the 200. Really nice strong uptrend. In terms of targets, gets through this zone here at 1940, it's 2025 say, and then just around those highs that we talked about at 2100. So let's give gold a score then. Well, I'm going overall bullish at the moment. It might get a bit sluggish at these shorter term high numbers at the moment, but all the indicators and the fundamentals are lining up, as you see in the top hand right corner. Seasonality bullish, cotton bullish, dollar strength bearish is what we want to see. Some numbers there for you if you do want to get in and you think it's bearish, 1935, 1930. But going into the top left, both the medium longer term Renko charts, both pretty bullish. And in terms of targets, upsides 1.2 and 3.2 to 1, downsides 1.25 and 1.5 to 1. So based on those variables that we've looked at in the video, currently a bullish POV for gold. So there you go, looking pretty good at the moment for gold. Could it be the surprise star for 2023? Time will tell, but at the moment looking quite encouraging. I'd like to hear your thoughts and ideas in the comments below where you think gold is heading next. And if you want to learn more about the Renko charts that I've used in this video, then I've got a great playlist coming up for you right now.